the early spring of 1765, the British Parliament passed legislation that triggered unforeseen consequences for their empire in North America. The short title of the law was Duties in American Colonies Act, 1765. To the people of the 13 American colonies, it was simply the Stamp Act. It birthed the first unified protests against Mother Country and set the foundation for open rebellion a decade later. The Stamp Act was similar to one that had been in place in England for many years. It levied a fee or tax on paper used to conduct most forms of business, both legal and commercial, everything from licenses to playing cards. The law was set to take effect in the colonies on November 1, 1765. In Frederick County, Maryland, the reaction to the Stamp Act mirrored what was happening in all the colonies. In August 1765, the stamp distributor was burned in effigy in Fredericktown, reflecting the community's attitude towards the impending tax. In 1765, Frederick County, established in 1748, encompassed the entire western half of Maryland. 12 judges, appointed by the Governor's Council, presided over legal matters in the various county districts. On November 18, 1765, the court, sitting for its November term, had ordered a man released on bail and the entry to be noted in the court record book. The clerk of Frederick County Court, John Darnell, felt obliged to abide by the recently enacted law. Darnell decided the county clerk's office would not conduct any official business until the proper paper was received from England. The justices ordered the clerk to be taken into custody by the Frederick County Sheriff. Darnell soon changed his mind, paid a fine, and was released. On Saturday, November 23, 1765, the Frederick County Court issued a formal and unanimous ruling. Using a common sense and cleverly nuanced approach, they stated that all proceedings shall be valid without the use of stamps, because firstly, a legal publication of any act of Parliament had not been made to the court, and secondly, there was no stamp paper in this province, and the inhabitants have no means of procuring any. They wrote that it would be an injustice of the most wanton oppression to deprive any person of a legal remedy for the recovery of his property for omitting that which is impossible to perform. The much despised Stamp Act had just received a mortal wound at the hands of justice. The genius of liberty displayed by these 12 men epitomized the feelings of independence and patriotism beginning to rise in the hearts of many Americans. Later honored as the 12 Immortals, their courageous action has often been memorialized in Maryland. The ruling by the justices set off great rejoicing by the residents of Fredericktown, who celebrated the event the following Saturday with a parade through the streets highlighted by an elaborate funeral procession. The Fredericktown citizenry symbolically laid to rest the corpse of the Stamp Act, aged 22 days. A description of the events in Fredericktown was printed by Jonas Green in his Maryland Gazette newspaper on December 10, 1765.